Now, if you're on this video, it's probably because you want to understand whether or not the Santa rally and just the broader metals rally, especially considering silver, is over now that we have hit all-time highs of nearly $71, at least on the futures chart. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about inside of this video. And if you don't know who I am Drew Wolfer. I'm a verified pro trader with a documented 91.5% win rate in just 2025 alone. You can go and check it out anytime you want. And that is something that I am trading inside of that win rate. That is a huge part of the calculation, is just silver. Now, I get a lot of flack in the comments section anytime I say silver is going to go down. I want to make one thing 120% like abundantly clear. This does not mean that it's over for silver. This is not me, Drew Wolfer, saying that silver is going to $0. This is me saying that healthy markets go up and then they retract, and then they go up and then they retract. And what we're seeing right now is not a healthy market. 8 straight months up, 6 straight weeks up. Over 40%, over 50% actually, in 60 days, a bump in the silver price. Let's talk about the levels, because we do have immediate support here at $64, right? We do have immediate support after that at around 60 to 61, and then ultimate level of support will be 57 and 54, okay? So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you a couple of things inside of the TA that can show you where the top might be on this, that we've been talking about for a long time, and I can show you on my channel. But in any case, we're just going to get straight into the charts. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. So first and foremost, what we're seeing is this nice upward sloping parallel channel. And I mean, this thing is very, very well established. You can even go down to the hourly chart and see how long this thing has been, trading inside of it, right? And every time we hit the top end of it, boom, we get a nice fade. Hit the top, boom, get a nice fade. Hit the top, boom, get a nice fade. Hit the top, boom, get a nice fade, right? Now, that is not to say that we cannot bust outside of this and hit what I have is a proprietary deviation zone right up here at about, I think it's about $72, right? Yeah, $72 is deviation zone 1, and then about $74.50 to almost $75 is deviation zone 2. So 71 could be, the top on silver. And I've been talking about the 70 to 71, even $72 range here for, many, many days, right? Many, many days, showing you where silver could, stop and silver crash, blah, blah, blah. You can go and check all these things out on my channel, but I want to show you the reasoning and basis behind that, because there's a reason why I'm saying that those are the resistances. And one of the reasons is because of my proprietary deviation zone, and we just rejected right here at $71 off of it. Now, from a market structure perspective, what I need you to realize is that so long as we uphold this low right here at $68.70 essentially, we are still in a bullish market structure. Now, if we break up above this high right here, right, which is just at about, I believe it's $70.79.5, the likelihood of us going up to 72 is pretty high, right? That is just my bias. But if we keep getting rejections here, right, and we cannot close a candle above, at least from an hourly standpoint, above this line right here, we will likely go down to the bottom end of this channel at about $67. And we also have a naked daily VWAP that is right there from yesterday that, a lot of times they like to go back and tag that. Now, if you fall outside of that channel, that's where you get to the $65 to $64 range. And if you hit that $64 range and you lose it, you could be losing this entire parallel, both of its deviation zones, and you could lose the 12-hour and 4-hour market structure lows, meaning that the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 12-hour would now be in a downtrend instead of an uptrend. And the problem with these market structure highs and lows right now is, as you can see right here, they're getting extremely tight. So this market structure low, it actually was right here, right? So it actually was at $69.15, and then it busted through it, but it wicked. It did not close below it, so we had to move it here and say, okay, this is now our market structure shift point where we would shift to a downtrend on the hourly chart. Now, the other thing that you need to take into account is if that does happen, where could we be potentially going, right? So if we shift our market structure down here, right? Say it's, somewhere around here. Where could we be potentially going? Well, your first support is going to be right here at $60, right? Which is the top end of this range after you set a new all-time high, caught a huge fade, and then pumped back up to a new all-time high, right? This is the top end of that range. And then ultimately after that, it's about $57 is your support. Now, if you lose the $57 range, your next support, not only are you losing the market structure on the daily chart, which is extremely bad, so we want to see, at the very least, a bounce here, right, at about 57 bucks. So, I mean, if you want to see silver continuing up anytime soon, right? And I'm not saying it's not going up right now, obviously. I'm saying if you break down from this, you got to bounce here, right? Because if you close a candle below it, you're coming down. And your first target is $54 right there where you had your nice little double top, right? As you can see, top, top, triple top, boom, and this would be your next level of support, okay? Now I want to show you a couple of other things which are some ranges that might pique your interest, right? And I want to show you this pivot point as well. So if you look at this upward sloping pivot, you can see we've just rode this thing up. Now again, if we lose, I would say, by Wednesday, if we lose the $67.50 range, we're definitely going to come down, take out that VWAP, and then we're going to come right down here to that 12-hour market structure shift. And if you catch a bounce there, you kind of save the day, right? But you could just catch a bounce there and then start legging down, right? And I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm saying the probabilities are favoring more of a pullback than they are an upward trajectory. Why? Well, look at this bearish divergence. Look at this bearish divergence. Bearish divergence, boom, boom. As you can see, highs, highs, lower highs, boom, and all the way from right here, all the way up, just textbook bearish divergence. There's even a bearish divergence from this high to this high to this high, right? So high, high, high. This is a Wyckoff Model 3 potentially, right? Or Model 1 potentially, a 3-tap Wyckoff model, tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, with bearish divergences, boom. Could bring you down at least to the range lows of about $68.30. And as you can see, it tried to get there, but it didn't quite get there, okay? But the other thing that I kind of want people to understand, so we've got the 71 to 70, we've got the 72 range where it's kind of our ultimate, target to the upside, right? You've got your 71 to 72 right here. So here's your 71, here's your 72 at the deviation zone, and then you've got your 74 to 75 range, right? I mean, that could be, you could get there, but it's not necessarily like what I would say is potentially going to happen, right? If we look at some of our Fibonacci, or not our Fibonacci's, our ranges, you might be able to see this a little bit better, right? So as you can see, if you draw from this low to this high, just this nice little uptrend, this nice little upward push, you can see that our deviation zones are right up here, right? We came into it, we rejected, we used it as support, we moved up against it, bam, got outside of it, used it as support, came back up into it, and then rejected from our secondary deviation zone, which is right up here, and then boom, came right down back into that first deviation zone, and then blasted back up. So where's the top end of that deviation zone? 72 bucks, right? Pretty clear and cut and dry to see, okay? 71.56 on the deviation zone here, from this low to this high. This is where we kind of ranged after setting a new all-time high, and then boom, blasted up, got a nice fade back to the trend line, and then kind of continued up from there. So again, 72 bucks, 72 bucks is kind of your, top end of this. Now, if you look at this, right, this is where you had your second top, right? Boom, this was your first top, faded, second top, but you blasted through it eventually, and you got to a new high, and then you got a nice consolidation period, boom, for a nice move up, okay? Well, the top end of that, we actually just reached that deviation zone and hit it to the T, okay? So if we lose this, again, $68.40, you're going to see a nice move down, all right? Now, the other one that I want you to take into account is this one right here, okay? And this one is a massive, massive range, all right? This is a range that dates back from this prior consolidation period. After we took our fade, okay? After we took our fade, as you can see, we busted through, created a new all-time high, and then if you see, we are now in deviation zone 2 on this, And guess where the top end of that is? $75, okay? Same thing here. You've got 73 to about 75 bucks. You know, you could wick through this, and you've got some major resistance here at not only $72, 71 to 72, but you've got 74 to 75 is going to be a pretty large amount of pressure in terms of selling once you get up there, okay? So again, I mean, we talk about this stuff inside of the Nordic Alpha VIP trading room literally every single day. As you can see, I do, you know, actually just gave out a gold trade yesterday that actually killed it and is in massive profits right now, gold short, but nice little double top, nice little hit from a zone that we were talking about. And if you want to get my TA and my analysis and, you know, my trade ideas every single day, get into the Nordic Alpha Private VIP trading room. It's literally 29 bucks a month, and it's not going to, it's never going to go down in price. I'll tell you that. And in 2026, it will likely go up in price. But in my opinion, we do have pretty decent level of resistance here at 71 to 72, okay? And then we also have the potential to shift our structure down as soon as we hit 64.50, right? So we have immediate support right there at about $68.75, call it, right? Your next layer of support is going to be $64 and, you know, call it 50 cents, right? Then you've got your $60 to $61 range, 57, 54, and then, you know, I'll obviously see you on a video before that. If somehow we fall through 54, you're looking at $51 to $52 on silver. But the upside could be up to $75 as it sits right now before you, if you can get through 72 to reach some more serious resistance up there at $74.5 to $75. So doesn't necessarily mean that the run is over on silver. I'm just saying we are reaching resistance, and the Santa rally might be coming to a close because Christmas is in 2 days, and we'll see what happens. But if you like content like this, obviously make sure you smash the like button. That way you're not you're in the know every single time I'm dropping these gems, because I try to update people as much as I can. But if you want the real updates, obviously get inside the Nordic Alpha Discord. It's less than $1 a day. Try it out for a month. If you hate it, get out, right? If you want to make sure that you are getting these videos popping up on your timeline, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then boom, bang on the notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I'm ready for, you know, anybody and everybody's banter. We will see, and I will see you all soon. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.